Hello YouTube, you're Toomey here, and this is the study room that is next to my room in the dorm, which I've showed you guys before. And I have to speak really quietly because people are sleeping right through that wall right there. So, and it's my RA, so yeah, I don't want to wake him up. How you guys doing? So, this is a response video, once again. It seems that every time this guy makes a rant, I always come up with a response video. But, you know, he said he liked seeing my responses, so he happy to oblige. The video that I'm responding to is about how a lot of people play up the reviews of video games and how ratings can affect your reviews and things. And here's another thing here's my approach on reviewing games. I've already made a video on what games I like, what kind of gamer I've had so many videos all the time, but this is how I review games. Okay. I've told you guys, I don't know if you follow my Twitter or anything, but my motto is, or my saying on Twitter is, one of the few people left not to give in to the hype. And this sort of video is explaining what that means. And it's related to how I review video games and basically anything in life. But first we gotta look at what hype is. If you guys know what my degree is, I have a major in religious studies and a minor in communication. So, with that minor in communication, we learn how to hype people up and also how to get out of the way of hype itself, ourselves. And it's something that we have to be aware of, people. An example of what goes horribly wrong in video games is that a game can be hyped a lot, and then when the video game comes out, it sucks beyond all belief. My example that I'm going to be using in this video is Slender. Slender was a game that came out of nowhere. People said it was like a gift from God. And I looked at it, and I made a video about it, saying Slender's not a good game. You guys can look that up if you want. And here's the thing. It was just a normal game. Completely normal. I wouldn't say it was a bad game at all. It was a very basic game. But it wasn't, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I mean, if you compare Slender to Amnesia, Amnesia would take a stick and beat the crud out of Slender any day of the week. But people were saying it was amazing and non-stop, and it was so annoying. And the reason they did that was hype. Now, I'm trying to think. Hype can be good sometimes. It makes you excited about things, right? I mean, I can be hyped up for Magic games, right? It's feel like Magic, like fantasy? No, like Magic the card games. And people are like, oh, dude, Timmy, you're a nerd. Well, that's who I am. But you can be hyped for something and just enjoy things like that just by being hyped. Like, yeah, it's coming out, yeah. But you gotta be aware of when the hype is coming from you and when the hype is coming from someone else. It is human nature to go along with, other people and their things. So, something popular might be, I don't know, Harlem Shaking or whatever. And people are like, yeah, that was amazing. Woo, yeah! And then 5 years from now, people might be like, That was terrible. And the reason that people liked it was hype. Nah. I can continue giving examples, I guess. I was supposed to stick to Slender. My bad. But the way to get rid of the hype is just to be yourself. And that's what is very important in when I review games, is to be myself. I've told you guys before, in middle school and in elementary, I was abused a lot in school. And I'm probably going to make a video about that someday. I'm not going to be talking a lot about it now. But one of the aspects about being bullied or being a victim in that situation is that you sometimes try to do what the bullies tell you to do just to fit in, just for a second. Or you just be by yourself. And either way, the bully is going to attack you. And you're not going to be let up. You're going to feel terrible. And so during that time, I learned a crucial lesson that I still use today. Just be myself. Don't let people influence you in ways that you normally wouldn't think. You can let people give you ideas, but don't let people dictate what you think. I hope you understand, guys, that commercials are successful for a reason. Publicity is successful for a reason. There's a lot of people trying to tell you what to think and what to say, and they do it mostly through hype. People say, this is awesome. I'm going to fit in by saying this is awesome, and you actually might even believe it for a while. There's a lot of things happening in that cognitive dissonance, yada, yada, yada. But you gotta take it back and be like, now would I be saying this if I was the only one saying it? That is a key line. Write it down. Would I be saying this, would I be thinking this, if everybody else hated it? If I loved the game, and everybody else hated it, would I still love the game? Ooh, that's a tricky question. And that usually snaps people out of the hype, like that. Another trick to get out of the hype, to get out of that conformist view, is to use, a trick called I sentences. I know it's sort of a tangent, not really involved with hype usually, but in this case we can use it. So I sentences. First thing you say in I sentence constructions are I saw. A lot of verb things. So I saw in this game, I played in this game, yada yada, then I think, and then I feel. That sometimes helps, but the thing to remember... Oh, I dropped the phone. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. But the thing to remember, besides the I sentences, is would I still love this game if everybody hated it besides me? And that's the thing that like I said, I don't give a care about what other people say when it comes to what they love and what they don't like. I can get ideas from them, but I'm not going to let them dictate who I am and what I appreciate. It's more complicated than that, obviously, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, this has been your Toomey, and signing off. Are you ready for the Tombsday?